stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who's scruffy looking?
What's up, Nerf Herders? Rise of Iron is 3 months away and everyone's getting really excited and the hype for the next expansion is real. So far, Bungie has only showed us a few things in the last reveal on what to expect. We know we are getting a new story and cinematic videos, a new social space that we have to fight to unlock, new weapons, factions and armor, a new patrol area, raid, new enemy with the Siva, and finally Galahorn is returning to Year 3. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I want to see in Rise of Iron. I want to see more exotics coming back to Rise of Iron. Getting new exotics is a great thing, and I'm really excited to see what's in store for us, but I really don't want to see exotics from Year 1 and Year 2 be left in the dust with the new expansion. Exotics should carry out through the whole 10 years of Destiny, in my opinion. It's a real bummer when a favorite exotic no longer becomes relevant because of a DLC expansion. And it's going to suck seeing all these guns that we've fallen in love with over the last year kind of get thrown over into the side. So I'm really hoping that they decide to just keep bringing in old exotics, even if they do like they did with Taken King, where they slowly bring more and more and more. Want to see more of that. When the Taken King introduced class-specific weapons like the Ace of Spades and a Mobius that you earn from reaching certain ranks with the gunsmith was an awesome addition to the game. I haven't grinded out test weapons in a long time since I have all of them except for Fabian's strategy. But I enjoyed working towards these weapons, and it added some more to do in the game, where you would go out, do these test weapons, bring them back to Banshee, and it got you rep with him, you built up your rank, and it unlocked you certain quests. Even though they were really easy for the primary weapons, you just dismantled legendary primary weapons. And for the secondary weapons, you just dismantled secondary legendary weapons, which they could have added more, but I would like to see more of that coming out. Especially since these weapons for each class were designed to work well with that specific class that they're supposed to be for. And I thought that was really cool. I also really liked seeing the class emblems on all these different weapons, so I really hope Bungie brings that back. Don't fuck this up, Bungie. Now, number 3 might be a long shot. But back before Destiny even launched at an E3 press conference video, it showed ships coming in to drop Guardians when landing in patrol. It is a small detail, but it was an awesome little addition to see your fireteam buddies flying into the area instead of just appearing out of thin air. Now with Bungie moving away from previous gen consoles like the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, hopefully they will be able to incorporate this into the game like it was originally supposed to be. Because I'd rather see my ship do something more than just be loading screen porn and just sit there and look cool and be during the loading screens. I'd like to see my ship actually do something like Bungie originally said they would do. Another thing I would like to have return to Rise of Iron this September is exotic weapon quests and missions. Leaving some of the exotic weapons to certain daily missions in a secret area or adding a quest line with multiple steps in order to unlock the weapon was a great way to collect exotics without relying on RNG or 3 of coins. Having to work for these weapons and do specific things to achieve them was a great way to extend the playability of the game, especially with things like Black Spindle, where you had to find a secret area in a mission in order to go in there and fight a different boss, and you had to do it in a certain time period. Adding things like the quest for No Time to Explain, where you had to do a daily mission, find certain things, wait a little bit, and then you had to do more different steps, like going back and completing Vault of Glass to get Atheon's head, so you could build the weapon. And then finally with Sleeper Simulant, how there was all these different little things. No one knew exactly what these things were or what we were doing these things for. Everyone came up with these different theories on how we were going to unlock the gun. And then finally, there was all these different quests, codes you had to undo, things you had to do out on patrol. It was really awesome, and it did add some mystery and more playability to the game because people were waiting for those to come out, grinding to get those things so they could be able to unlock it. I thought it was a really cool idea. Bungie, keep doing that. That was a good idea. Now for number 1, Bungie, bring back elemental primaries, please. I want to see primary weapons with elemental burns to make our Guardians better killing machines in PvE. I know that Bungie got rid of elemental primary weapons So that way people weren't only using the raid weapons, because that is what happened when people were playing strikes, the nightfall, the raids again. People were only using the raid weapons because they had those elemental burns on them. They were leaving all those other weapons that weren't from the raid just sitting in their vaults in the dust. They'd pick them out for Crucible and all that. So Bungie got rid of elemental primaries to keep people from doing that. They didn't want people to feel like they could only play with the raid weapons. However, there is a way to fix this, Bungie. Add in some sort of consumable that will add an elemental burn to your weapon, the primary weapon that you choose, for about 30 minutes or so. This would make players have to think about when and where they want to use them, especially if you make them kind of rare. Don't make them super common or easy to get like weapon synths. Make them hard to receive. Make it so players have to think about whether or not they should use it, because elemental primaries is a really good thing. It comes in handy with raids and nightfalls and all that. And if you made it as a consumable, then people wouldn't be using just raid weapons. They would use whatever weapon they want. You could even make it to where only the raid weapons can get them for 30 minutes when you use a consumable. It would be a really easy thing to do, and if you make them legendary, people are going to have to think about when they're going to use them. They wouldn't be able to stack them up like heavy ammo synths or whatever. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in Rise of Iron. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay scruffy looking.